Sue, that's what the whole.
I tried to do that.
Seven minutes ago, and I was thinking, boy, if I was still in Newton, I'd missed the first 45 minutes of the meeting.
Are we ready to go?
Not quite. I haven't been promoted yet.
Oh, geez, okay.
Okay, ready now.
All right, so Christine, if I'm following your notes to me, I need to call the meeting to order and announce that I am participating remotely. No one needs to be near me tonight, keeping everybody healthy. All votes will need to be recall votes. But let me kick off here that we're kicking off the select board meeting on Tuesday, October 1st, 2024. This meeting will be held in a hybrid format, and I'm a living proof of that. I am remote. You are there, and Jess is not available this week. Members of the public may attend in person, and I'm hoping that Bill is out there in the audience. Can we at least bank on that? In addition, members of the public who wish to participate by Zoom may do so by joining the link that's available on the webpage, or if you don't have access to a computer and you want to dial in via phone, you can dial into a conference call number, and then certainly click on the link to the agenda packet so you can follow our topics this evening. This is being recorded, so if you want to watch this at a later date, feel free to do so on Medfield TV or YouTube. I would like to take a moment of appreciation for our troops serving around the globe in defense of our country. All right, so we'll kick off with appointments. Town Clerk Marion Benaldi requests the Select Board to sign the November 5th, 2024 state presidential election warrant. I was assuming that Marion is there.
Hi, I'm here. So the presidential election warrant, we're asking you to sign it for the presidential election that's on November 5th. Our polls will be open that day from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. Early voting is starting here at Town Hall on October 21st and will go through November 1st. You could still request a vote by mail ballot. You can request one up until October 29th. And the last day to register to vote for this election is Saturday, October 26th at 5 p.m. But I'm looking for you guys to vote to sign the warrant so I can get it posted.
So moved.
Okay. All right, all those in favor? Pete?
No, roll call.
Roll call. Oh, roll call, sorry, roll call vote. Pete?
Aye.
Lee Murphy, aye.
All good? That's it?
That's it.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Have a
Thank
good
you.
election.
Thank you.
All right, and then next up we have Kate Duvall, UCC Medfield TV to discuss hayride request for October 19th from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m.
He is, sick. COVID.
I think Katie was going to participate remotely.
Oh, there she is.
Hi,
Hey, Katie.
Yes, this is in response to our Scarecrow Spectacular event on October 19th. I have Arturo from the UCC of Medfield Church to talk about the hayride, which he and his team are organizing for the event. So take it away, Arturo.
Hey there, thank you to the select board for your time tonight. And as much of the town knows, last year 2 fall events were piloted quite successfully in our town. One was Medfield TV's Scarecrow Spectacular, and the other one is the Pumpkin Patch at UCC Medfield. This year we have been talking, and we would like to collaborate at different points and in different ways. And one of those ways is by providing a hayride from one event to the other on October 19th from noon to 3. The whole idea behind it is that it would generate more of a connection between these 2 fall events as it was going on and provide some joy and cheer for the people of our town. So we propose that we setting a route that begins at Needham Bank, which is very close to Baxter Park, where the Scarecrow event will take place, as stop number 1 for families to hop on and off. Then it would proceed south down Park Street, so it would avoid Main Street altogether. It would go the opposite direction. Make a second stop at Ghazi's Auto Service. That parking lot will be the main parking lot for the Scarecrow Spectacular that day for families to hop on and off. Then it would turn right, go up Oak Street, and then make a final turn on Pleasant Street all the way to the parking lot of Bank of America. That would be its final stop. Families can hop on and off. That is the closest stop to the UCC Medfield Pumpkin Patch, and then it would return. So it's a 0.5 mile route. It would proceed at very, very low speeds. It would be only, kids with parents would be able to hop on this. And it would facilitate just the travel from one event to the other. It would keep it on safer streets. It would allow families to pick up a pumpkin or 2 and bring it back to the Scarecrow event or go the other direction if they'd like. So that's the general idea that we have that we'd like to put forth, and I'm happy to address questions from the board.
I think it sounds like a very exciting idea. Congratulations for thinking it up. My only concerns are about safety issues, I guess. And so have you checked it out with the chief of police?
We completed and submitted a form, the event form that they have for us, and I think I submitted that about a week ago. Katie, does that sound right to you?
Yes, and police and fire had no issue with the event, so they were all set.
Good. Okay. So I think that both of you have really stellar events, so I think this is very cool to link them together.
I'm excited to work with Medfield TV.
I'm just curious, so what do you guys use for the hayride? What's the vehicle going to be?
So the vehicle would be a very slow-moving tractor, and it would pull a trailer and wagon behind it, going at under 10 miles per hour.
Okay, and you said something that really does resonate. So we won't have kids jumping on, jumping off. If You're not gonna be able to have like 6th or 7th graders, either you're on with a parent or you're not on at all.
That is correct. Each one of the stops will be staffed by 3 volunteers from UCC Medfield who would ensure that no children are on there by themselves.
Okay, that's there, that keeps it super safe. Yeah, I love the idea, and I think the fact that you both started something last year that you saw was well received, and now joining forces, that's fantastic. All right, so do we need a vote on this here?
Yes, a vote to approve the request.
So moved.
Okay. Roll call vote, Pete?
It needs to be seconded first.
Oh, sorry about that. Gotta get used to this order here tonight. Second. All right.
Aye,
roll
aye,
call vote.
aye, aye.
All right. Murphy. All right. Excellent. Look forward to seeing you guys at your event.
We can't wait to see you.
Thanks,
Okay,
Katie.
thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right. And you're gonna hold off on the discussion for the designation of off leash area until the next meeting, October 15th.
Correct.
So we will jump into action items. First one, vote to approve $2,800 in funding to the Medfield Garden Club for the maintenance and beautification of various sites around town.
So this is the annual request from the Garden Club, and this funding comes from the $15,000 that we appropriate at town meeting for economic development activities throughout the town.
Pete, any questions?
No, I think this is such an excellent thing that the Garden Club does for our town. I'm so happy to support it for the small amount that we give them, and they get
Yes.
huge payback from our small
And
subsidy.
it's such a small amount that we give to them. Obviously, their costs for this are way in excess of the $2,800. So
Well, and the labor that they
Right.
provide is
I know.
huge to they take
Yeah.
great pride in their sites, and it shows.
Oh, heck yeah. All right. Motion.
So moved.
All right, second. All right.
Roll call.
Roll call vote. Oh, do we, okay, yes, roll call vote, Pete.
Aye, aye.
All right, Eileen Murphy, aye. All right, next up here is vote to appoint Roger O'Donnell to the Council on Aging. And I saw the letter for support for that today, so it's nice to read. Christine, any comments or anything? Are we,
nope, this has been posted on the website for some time now, so it meets all of your board and committee appointment regulations. And we did receive a letter from Sarah Hannafin today supporting, on behalf of the Council on Aging, supporting the appointment.
Pete, any questions?
No, I'm so happy that Roger O'Donnell wants to do it, and that the Council on Aging Executive Director wants him to do it, so moved.
All right, roll call vote. Pete?
Aye, aye.
Murphy, aye. Vote to appoint William Massario as special advisor to the select board for Medfield State Hospital Overlook area and laundry parcel. Christine, you want to give a narrative to this? I know the background on this.
Oh, so just to let you know, so Bill and I participate in ongoing negotiations with our outside counsel for the state hospital regarding the Overlook and laundry parcel area. Our outside counsel raised a concern that Bill was not covered under our attorney-client privilege because he had not been appointed by the select board into a special position. So in order to keep that attorney-client privilege in terms of our negotiations, we've asked for this appointment.
I would just suggest and to designate the position as a special municipal employee.
I'm not paying you.
It's not pay.
I know, I'm goofing with him. Yeah.
So did I hear you correctly, Mark, that we also want to designate this as a special town employee?
Special municipal employee.
The position.
That's a statutory term, I think, isn't it?
Yes.
Mark? Yeah.
Okay. So, Pete, any comments, questions?
My only question is, who is this guy, William Massaro? I didn't see a resume submitted. I would move the appointment of William Massaro as Special Advisor to the Select Board for Medfield State Hospital Overlook Area and Laundry Parcel as a special municipal employee.
All right, second. And roll call vote. Pete Peterson.
Aye, aye.
Murphy, aye, aye. All right. Congratulations there, Bill. Yeah, I got William Bill on the brain here. All right, vote to approve the annual contract for Medfield's continued participation in the Bureau of Substance Addiction Services Mass Call 3 Part B program through the town of Hopkinton.
I'm just promoting Kathy McDonald real quick in case you have any questions about this. Thanks, Kathy.
Everybody, good evening. I'm come before you tonight to kindly ask that you consider re-signing our year 2 for our Mass Call BSAS cluster grant. This is a shared, kind of like a cluster approach to focusing on continued substance use prevention that allows us to widen the scope and increase our prevention efforts with surrounding communities that include Medway, Hopkinton, Holliston, Wayland, and Medfield, those 5 communities.
Okay. Pete, any questions?
I didn't really understand the contract itself, but I understand it now that you talk about it, Kathy, so thank you very much for that. It's everything that you do, I think, is wonderful, and the outreach office, I think, does just remarkable things, so I'm in favor of it.
Thank you, Pete.
Yeah, Kathy, no, I've got no issues. I feel that we can move forward with this.
Thank you very much, Eileen.
So moved.
All right, second. All right, a roll call vote. Pete?
Aye, aye.
Murphy, aye, aye. All right, Kathy, thank you so much.
Thanks very much. Have a good evening.
Same here, thank you.
Thanks, Kathy.
All right, next up is vote to appoint Darcy Robertson to the Medfield Outreach Advisory Board.
So moved.
All right, second that. So roll call vote. Pete?
Aye, aye.
All right, Eileen Murphy, aye, aye. All right, next up, we are, vote to award the bids for the 2024-2025 joint purchase of salt and authorize Mo Goulet, DPW Director, to sign the contracts. First one is to award Eastern Mineral Inc. as the primary awardee of the rock salt bid, with Mid-American Salt Inc. as a secondary awardee. You want me to read all 3 off or do them individually?
We do them all together.
Okay. Award Mid-American Salt as primary awardee for the solar salt bid, with Eastern Mineral Inc. as a secondary awardee. And the third one is award Mid-American Salt as the primary awardee of the treated salt bid, with Eastern Mineral as a secondary awardee.
And then Pete, you can just so move.
So moved for the amounts set forth in the materials.
Second that. Roll call vote. Pete?
Aye, aye.
Aye, aye. Excellent. All right, Christine, any citizens' comments?
I have no one registered for citizen comment this evening.
All right, just checking. All right, so we'll jump to the consent agenda, and we've got 2 items that popped in here. Medfield Music Association requests permission to post signs advertising Swing Fest at the intersection of North and Main, northeast corner of Route 27 South Street, along with Medfield Foundation requests permission to post signs at North and Main, Medfield Transfer Station, advertising the Angel Run for the following dates. October 19th through November 3rd, and then again from November 30th to December 7th at North and Main and northeast corner of 27 and South Street.
So moved.
Well, second. Roll call vote. Pete?
Aye, aye.
All right, Eileen, aye, aye, excellent. And, excuse me. All right, so meeting minutes, we have none to approve for tonight. Christine, Town Administrator updates.
I will post my whole update, but I want to highlight a couple of things for you this evening. One, I would encourage everyone to go to the town's website and sign up for our Civic Ready alert system. And I will post a link onto the town administrator report for people to do that. This was formerly known as our reverse 911 program. We put this into effect today when we needed to notify everyone of the person who had walked away from the Pondville minimum security prison over in Norfolk. It's very helpful. You can choose on the website if you want to receive your alert either by email, text, or voicemail. So we would just encourage everybody to sign that up. It's always a good reminder to be a part of that. Also, as we were seeing other things happening across the country, it's helpful to be part of our emergency alert system. This is not the normal notification system for select board meetings or school building committee meetings. This is a little different. So the information on how to sign up is on the website. A couple of things. We met with Jeff Sauter from the Dwight Derby House and Peggy Sue from Medfield Historical Society, and they are looking to start their projects based on the recent legislative earmark that we received. Frank talked to the state about a week ago, and they are still waiting to get that money to us, so we don't have a timeline on when we'll see that, but we are aware they both have existing projects and they are ready to go. The select board went on a site visit to 87 Plain Street put on by Mass Housing. Some of the residents in the area were interested in how Mass Housing makes their decisions, so they're doing a special Zoom session. Maria will send that out and post it on the website. They're doing that October 7th from 2 to 2:30 p.m. to let the residents know how they are going to make their decision on 87 Plain Street.
Chris, is that Mass Housing that's doing that, or Maria?
Mass Housing is doing it. Maria's sponsoring the Zoom, but Mass Housing offered to do an information session about how they make their decisions.
And they did refuse the site for the 200-unit Mega B.
Yes. Yes.
It's the one time that they've refused to, or they have to find the site to be appropriate, I think is the.
Right. I think
term of the
they have
statute.
9 different criteria they use, so they offered to
That
walk
was
through those.
largely based on its bulk and size, that particular project.
Yeah, I don't think this one's likely to be turned down.
Like, well, as you just said, I think that was unprecedented at the time that they turned that down. But the developer has to obtain site eligibility from Mass Housing to proceed with a Chapter 40B project at the outset before filing with the town.
But it's very rarely denied to them.
Right.
And then just, we received a notice, the select board is invited to attend the groundbreaking of the Tri-County Regional Vocational Technical School. And that is on Friday, October 18th at 10 a.m. And I will send you an email with that in there as well. And then a couple of other things. Tomorrow, Starbucks and the Medfield Police Department are partnering for Coffee with a Cop. And I heard a rumor that Nova will be in attendance as well. So anybody who has not met Nova yet may want to stop by, and that's between 11 and 2 tomorrow. I know everyone has seen that the Chief Carrico was notified that we've received a SAFER award for additional paramedics. Chief Carrico will attend the next select board meeting on October 15th. The warrant committee will be present as well to talk about the implications of accepting that award. And he will show you the financial presentation on that. We'd like to welcome our new conservation agent, Finn Kelly, who will begin working for the town on October 17th. And Finn comes to us from the town of Yarmouth. And then just a few other things. We now have free COVID tests available. We'll put a link to the websites, but you can order them directly to your house. There might be some people on the Zoom who might want a few extras, just saying. I heard a rumor.
I'm glad I had one kicking around.
There's also a sign on the back door saying we have none that you might want to take down.
No, so we don't have them. You have to go in and have them shipped to your house directly.
Oh.
Yep, we don't have any
I did
here
it already.
yet.
Did that last week, maybe I had foresight what was gonna happen here.
I'll send the link to it. You can go on the link and have them delivered directly to you.
The federal government link?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then just a reminder that October 26th is the last day to register to vote, as Marion said earlier. And that's all I have this evening. I'll post the full report on the website for everyone.
Excellent. All right, so we have our next meeting dates. We've got one left in October. That'll be October 15th. And then we call out here November 5th is the presidential election. Can't believe that's right around the corner. 2 meetings in November, the 12th and the 19th, and then 2 more left for calendar year 2024, December 3rd and December 17th.
And believe it or not, we will be sending you a draft of our 2025 calendar by the end of the week. So stay tuned.
Okay. All right, and so now we move on to the select board member reports.
So those that have been paying attention closely will note that I respond positively to motions by saying aye, aye, and that's because I'm reading Moby Dick at the moment. I met actually very recently with the folks from Belfour's Arts Center, Jean Minio and Pat Casey, about their lease edits. So that was nice of them to include me in the discussion. I have no issues with their lease edits. I want to support what they're doing to make them a success, because I think that what they do at Belforge actually increases the value of our land and what we're going to do up there. So anything that I can do to make them successful is my goal. I just want to compliment Memo on organizing a very nice, successful Medfield Day. I want to congratulate the DPW for the cleanup that they did. I was still hanging around, picking things up for the Medfield Foundation when the DPW came through. They come through like a swarm, and everything that's on the ground disappears. It's just like magic. They're so good at it. I spent my Medfield Day broken up between the Medfield Foundation booth and the Medfield Energy Committee booth. The Medfield Foundation wants everybody to know about the fact that we're raising private money for public purposes to make our town better. So far, it's $5 million to date and ongoing. The Energy Committee wants people to know about Medfield Community Electricity, which most of us were opted into automatically several months ago, and we saved money now over the Eversource electric rates. If you weren't an Eversource customer, you weren't automatically opted in. You actually have to leave your contract provider, and be careful when you do that to read the fine print, because there may be penalties to opt out. We had a meeting of the Medfield Foundation Legacy Fund, and Bill Pope from Zulu came to report to us on what they'd done with the grant that I thought was just fascinating, because I knew nothing about it. The grant for the just the visual stuff that you could, the art that you could see on your phone. You could go and stand in a particular spot and scan the QR code, and all of a sudden the train station would show up on the rail trail, or there are all kinds of different things. Those sites are going to be around town until April, Bill told us, so they're going to still be active. You have to download the software. I think it's Hover something that you use for it. And I attended the Medfield Coalition for Suicide Prevention Yoga on the Turf on Sunday to support them, and that's it.
All right, so I too had the pleasure of walking around Medfield Day. It was nice to see Denise Garlick. I haven't seen her in a little while. Had a chance to talk with Marcus Vaughn. So good turnout, and just seeing all the booths, fantastic. The weather totally cooperated, so that made it nice for all the folks walking around town. Good turnout there. I too participated in the site visit that you mentioned earlier, Christine, at 86 Plain, meeting the developer, talking to the various representatives from the state. Found it quite informative. It is a beautiful piece of property nestled way back there, so if it should go forward, it's something that's not going to be right on the side of the street. That's one thing that it will be set way back. Christine, you and I also had a chance to go meet with Rob Taro and Tatro, excuse me, and Katie to kind of talk about the disc golf and site potential, up at the state hospital, and I know there's some legwork to be done, knowing that the state had deemed some of that as agricultural, which would then potentially have a hurdle with disc golf being deemed as as active recreation versus passive recreation. I think there's more to come there. I was able to attend the gazebo unveiling on Wednesday. As much as I know Rick Fink really wanted to try to do it on Medfield Day, there was a lot of conflict, rightfully so. The teachers and the principals have a lot going on, so Rick was able to flag them last Wednesday afternoon. So it was nice to unveil the Warrior Park signs on either side of the gazebo, one facing the park and one facing 109. And then Pete, you and I actually both had a chance to sit in the monthly Medfield Cares About Prevention and listen to the interns projects, which I was thoroughly impressed with. These young women were amazing with different projects, between how to communicate different programs, doing different analysis on studies. That whole group is just they got such a wonderful program, which is why earlier when we had the ability to sign that contract, anything that aids to Medfield Cares About Prevention and everything on outreach is phenomenal. And I sat in my first capital budget meeting last Thursday, and I will sit in my second one coming up this Thursday. Pete, I know you just mentioned you met with Jean. I was supposed to meet with her tomorrow, but I'm going to stay away from people for the next 2 days. So I will meet up with her next week, both she and Pat. And then I know, Christine, I did not get a chance to do this yet, but I will send a email to both Jeff and to Michael, just asking about when I was walking out of the Medfield Cares About Prevention meeting the other day, I saw to my right just a lot of stuff, and I see it when I walk running through the high school, where the old bleachers are kind of stacked up there, and there's just a lot of stuff that I just wonder, as we're looking to move forward with the new school, I really want to just make sure we try to keep all of our schools as clean and well kept as possible. And I know those guys do a great job, but that one area just seems now to become like a dumping area, and I would just love to see if there's any way we can get that out of there. I think there's a piece of like a backhoe there, but I have to believe unless the school really needs it, there's got to be space somewhere at the town garage. So just as people are going from Medfield Outreach, it's a little bit more presentable because it is a very important asset to the town. And other than that, I think that is kept me busy, and I will stay away from people for the next few days and keep everybody healthy. Anything else?
I don't have anything else this evening.
All right. Going on that note, do we have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
All right. Mark, am I good to call it a meeting, or is there anything I need to do?
No, you got to vote on the motion.
All right, so one more formal roll call. Pete?
Aye, aye.
Me? Aye, aye. On that note, good night, everybody.
Feel better.
Thank you.
So how far into Moby Dick are you?